Oh, and welcome back to all the Mons. So I've been busy just building out the infrastructure of the entire base here. I'm not even done. It's not finished. So anyway, this episode will be about making Pokeballs. Hooray! We finally get to the point where we can set up some Pokeball production. So anyway, in previous episode, we kind of dabble into the Apricorns and everything like that, and have a whole bunch of it. So cool. So with those particular Apricorns and some much needed resources, I think we can start producing some Pokeballs for ourselves. So warning, I'm going to be using create in order to make the Pokeballs. So the title of this video has create in it, and I'm warning you at the beginning of the video. So this is your warning. So if you hate create and you click the video anyway, not my fault. You only have yourself to blame. Got that? All right, cool. So anyway, let me show you the base of what I've done so far. Over here, here's the industrial fork going. Gotta start the industrial fork going, latex and everything. Got me some dry rubber. And over here, we have some spawners with pigs in it. Just getting some pink slime, some liquid meat, some essence and everything. And the essence is only temporary until I can get the Enderman farm going. And that's where the essence will be coming in the future. Over here is the just started things. Just getting the ferrocore, the blaze gold, the celestial gem. And eventually, once I get enough netherite, that is, we'll be getting the eclipse alloy. So yeah, is it the end of just starting things machine? No, it is not. And if you want to make something like this, you should look on the channel, search for it, and you should see some similar setups in previous videos. So over here, move the Certus Quartz production here, and I changed out the routers with the AE2 stuff, extended AE, the annihilation planes, formation planes, etc., put down spark growth accelerators. And if you want to see that particular setup, you should see the previous episode that I did. And what was that pack called? All right, Aldermox 10 Lite, where I use routers and a combination of annihilation planes, formation planes there. There might be like a previous episode before that, but I'm not quite sure. I've probably done that already, so yeah. Anyway, over here, I set up the hostile neural networks. So for right now, I only have the, what is it called? Wither data model set up in order to get us a bunch of nether stars. I'm maybe like get another one because it's like, not really happy with the ratings going, so maybe like 2 or 3 more, maybe? I'm not quite sure. I gotta get the Ender Dragon down there as well, so yeah. I have my first Quantum Crafter, I start mystical agriculture, which you will see eventually. Over here, I am automating time fluid, so all I gotta do is like turn on one of the machines and get even more time fluids. The thing with the time fluid is you don't need a lot. Once you fill out the time one, you're good for a little bit. So it'll take like a little bit. You gotta work at making this time one run out of fluid, so yeah. I have enough fluid to last me like the whole series, and I always showed you the little time crystal swapper digamajiggy. You want to learn how to make the setup of that particular setup of swapping time crystals between dimensions. I've done several episodes on it, so you look on channel and you can see I made this little contraption right there. You might see it like in your peripheral vision every now and then, just popping up and then just disappearing right quick. So yeah, there's that. All right, over here, got to plunk down some drawers. Just need some drawers. Over here, yeah, bust out the villagers. And yes, I did get the Pokemon trainer. Here we go. And let's see. Yes, I built myself a crate elevator. Called the elevator. I was supposed to take the elevator from the basement, but well, once I get some precision mechanisms, I'll be able to make some rotational speed controllers, or maybe I'll just slap a motor on it and just be done with it. So we'll be making motors in a little bit. Here's the elevator, goes down to the basement and then goes to the roof, and that's it. It's an elevator. So cool. I mean, if you want to know how to make an elevator, you can probably suss that out. Look up elevator and create, and just hold the ponder button. The default key is W, and I'll tell you how to make one. It's simple. It has pretty pictures, everything, animations, and all that crap. So cool. All right, let's see what else. All right, let's see. What haven't I shown off yet? Oh, right, this thing. No, not that. This thing. The assembler matrix. So yeah, this thing holds all your pattern recipes. Look at this. So no more of the pattern providers for the molecular assemblers and everything. You can just shove all your patterns into this big honking thing. And this is the assembler matrix frame machine. Big multi-block structure from extended AE. And just be done with it, You can make one and one if you want to. This only requires one channel on it. Look at this. One channel. So once you get into an extended AE, you can make one of these things. So cool. So eventually, I can plunk down the quantum computer down here, which is from advanced AE. And I already made one quantum computer. I'm just waiting for the second one. And all the other rest of the bits. So yeah, look at that. It'll take a while. It'll take a while. So of course, I already have one. And stupid me didn't plunk down this one. So it can utilize the quantum crafting computer, whatever. But, you know, it's probably going to just take as long. So, yeah. No big difference there. So yeah. Over here, there's a machine room. I plunked down some more machines here. We've got the reaction chamber, crystal assembler, you know, circuit slicers, crushers, you know, the usual, the typical usual machines that you find in automation, in your automation setup. I got more reaction chambers going on here. I got the usual mechanism stuff. You can see how I set this up in the previous episode in All Mods 10 Lite, you know, with the topping off of all the, whatever you call these things, refined stuff, enriched stuff, and just topping it off in the infusing factory. You know, these are the machines that create all the pipes and all the power cables that we need, you know, to build out the infrastructures and whatnot. So cool. And down here, I'm not done with this yet. I just gotta make more bits. So here's the energizing orb. Only have one so far. So I'm putting another one over here, over there, over there, over there, and down there. Okay, down here, we have the alloy smelter. And then we have the industrial fork going, the solution chambers, you know. I still have yet to make all the add-ons. Because at the other machines, with all the latex and stuff, it just doesn't have any add-ons in it. Only one of them has add-ons, and it's like this one and that one. And it's only like tier 2. It goes up to tier 4 in this pack, by the way. So yeah, that's about it, I guess. We'll be putting some of the crate stuff like on this side over here. So yeah, before that, and no, we don't have to take the elevator. We can take the other elevator. You know, it's quicker that way. The other elevator is just for show, really. All right, let's see. Go over here. Kind of refine the form a little bit, you know. Started making some mystical agriculture seeds. Just plunking it all down. Here's the infusion altar. And yes, there is a redstone block under here. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, you know. Just taking advantage of that particular smart automation. If you don't see that redstone block, then you're just going to grab it. Like a low-hanging fruit, right? So here we go. Here are the drawers with all the essences. Yeah, all filled up. And here's the connecting drawer and everything. Then over here, I plucked out even more mystical agriculture. I think it's over here, right? Yeah. So I have yet to make the rest of the mystical agriculture seeds. I didn't make all of them, by the way. Just only the ones that I need. So cool. All right, let's go in here. Plunk down some more botany pots, you know. And I will show you how to find the rest of the apricorns later. So let's see. The berries over here, okay, they're going nicely. And then up here, the usual from before. Don't see any damn difference. Okay. Alright. Get the heck out of here. And then the drink mains didn't really change much of anything from the last time you saw it. You know, it's the usual. It's not like we can contain Pokemons in jars. You know, they won't let us have any fun. So, yeah. So cool. And of course, I transferred all the loot from that particular chest out here into these drawers. Alright, I think that's about it for this particular portion. Alright, so let's get to the apricorns bits. Now, you already saw the botany pots, and I could make this go a little bit faster. A little bit faster. So you right-click this thing, and I only have the farmland in it. I haven't gotten that far up in the farmlands yet, so I don't think I need to, really. This is supposed to be like a passive slow growth right here. And this is the sort of thing where you set it and forget it, and then you come back and say, oh, okay. I have a handful of this, and that's it, you know? It's better than not having it. It's better than 0. So, yeah, whatever. So, if I get the farmland and I buy it enough, then I'll just go ahead and switch it out. It's no big deal. I can also get a hoe and enchant it with efficiency to make it go slightly faster, and that's it. Okay, so anyway, have all the apricorns over here, and also have all these sprouts over here. So, yeah, every once in a while, these botany pots can give you sprouts. So, what you're going to do is get one of these sprouts and either plant one of these trees down like I have out here, or you just stick it on a leaf like this. Look at that. And, of course, you can go ahead and make a hole with nature's blessing on it, and, you know, just go to town like this. Nice. That's how you get some extra ones. Alright, cool. Look at this thing. It's not even the right tree. Alright, green, green. Where's the green? Okay, put that back in there. So anyway, you may notice that I have these new ones over here. Look at this. This is unobtainium. And over here, this is vibranium. Aha. And then aldemonium. Aha. Well, I never saw that in the old world. How do you get that? Well, you need to go into the other in order to get 2 of those. So let's see, where the heck's the warp stone? Okay, here it is. Make a little trip to the other. Now, in order to find the vibranium Apricorns, you need to look around in the blue forest over here. What was this called? The ancient warp forest? Yeah. You need to like fly around, see if you can find it. Sometimes it could be hidden under the rest of the trees, so you gotta like look extra hard. And that's about it, really. I'm not quite sure where I found the first one. I'm sure I can probably find it again, but probably not within a minute, you know. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, this is 32,000. Okay, let me turn on my magnet. Right there. Yeah? Okay. It didn't get this bit, but it does look a little bit better. Okay, let's see if anything's hidden under here. Oh, there it is! There it is! There we go. Yeah, that's the Aldemonia Apricorn. Right there. That's what it looks like. So it's a short tree, so if it's like right under all the rest of the trees, you're probably gonna miss it. Yeah, there's that. There it is. How many leaves was that? Jesus, this is like 32,000. Okay. Okay, so the vibranium Apricorns, it looks like that, you know, but blue. I think it was blue, right? I think it was blue. All right, let me teleport back to maybe over here. Let's teleport over there. Yeah, let's see if we can find one. All right, let's do it again. No? Okay. Nope. I mean, the only good thing about these leaves is that you can fly right through it. Okay, let's see if we can find it. Is that it? No, that's creeper, jeez. Oh, is that it? Is that it? Oh, it's not blue at all. It's all red. Okay, yeah, it's all red. All right, so there's the vibranium Apricorn, so yeah. Maybe a little bit easier to find since it's like red on blue. So, cool. So there's that. There's how you find it. I haven't seen unobtainium in this particular dimension. And I've heard that you need to look for it like another way, or get it another way. So I don't think it's something you can find. I may be wrong about that. I have to look it up. All right, so let's go back. All right, so another way to get these sprouts is to make a Pokemart trader, and then just level it up, and then eventually you'll see that its bottom trades over here. You can buy the Unobtainium Apricorn seed. It may very well be the only way to get it. So I'm not quite sure about that, but you can do it. You can do it. You can make a Pokemart trader, you know, and trade in your Vibranium Apricorn seeds and some block of Unobtainium for, you know, Unobtainium Apricorn seed. All you need is one, so cool. And if you don't have it already, you should you can trade Poke tokens with well, you should already have this in the first place in order to get some more seeds for some strange reason. Oh, okay, all right. Well, there's that. There's that. So cool. If you don't have the seed, then you can get it this way if you want to. And various amounts of other balls and various amounts of other things from Cobblemon that you can get. So if you don't get what you want, make another villager, make another trader, and see what kind of traits that this guy has. So yeah, once you get the Aldemonia, Vibranium, and Unobtainium, you can complete your collection and put it down at your farm, and just be done with it. Just be done with it, you know. Let's go all the way back here, and we'll check the numbers on the Apricorns. So right now, the red Apricorns, we have like about nearly 2K. Nearly 2K on that, nearly 2K, nearly 2K. That's 1.7, 1.1, 1.2, 1.1, etc., etc. Now, did I get all these from the botany pots? No, and you'll see why later. Like I said, it's a slow burn. Now over here, this is where the rarely sprigs are. And I put some of them in here. So there's the Apricorns there, the regular ones. Then we have the Aldemonium, the Vibranium, and the Unobtainium down here. Are you stuck on something? No? Okay. What was that? Okay, never mind. We're all good. Just gotta make sure it didn't get anything new. So over here, we have 293 of that particular Apricorn. We got some sprouts over here. And then some various amounts of other crap over here. And then 184 on the Vibranium there, 107 on Aldemonium, and 72 on the team. So yeah, not the fastest thing in the world. It's a slow burn, like I said. And, you know, it's passive generation right there. It's better than 0, so whatever. So anyway, You may be thinking, it's like, oh, you can probably use the harvested pylons. Yes, yes, you can. But I don't think it's affected by the growth accelerators. So you can do it. You can do it, but it's a little bit slow. It's a little bit slow. It's not like you can pluck it down like over here, you know, with the seed and stuff like that in next to the growth accelerators, and it'll work. It's going to be a real slow burn. Real slow burn. So, yeah. So how do you do it? How do you do it? Well, you can get it manually. I mean, how many balls are you going to get, right? How many balls do you even need? Like I said, you can get your unbreakable hole with Nature's Blessing on it, and just go to town. You know, just do it. Like that. Now, thankfully, you can just shear the leaves off, and you can build the setup of your dreams. Any shape you want, just plunk down your sprouts in a line or whatever, and then you can set up some kind of vanilla contraption or whatever, and just go to town on it, you know? I mean, Cobblemon, it's like for vanilla or vanilla plus packs and everything, and other creators just showing off the vanilla setup with the Cobblemon, how to get your Apricorns and stuff like that. But of course, we are not in vanilla. We are on modded, and there are modded options in order to make your Pokeballs and get your Apricorns and whatnot. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And we're not even going to set off with vanilla stuff. We're just going to do the modded stuff, obviously. So anyway, over here, I was exploring other options on ways to get the Apricorns. So of course, I automatically think, oh, I can use routers with the Nature's Blessing Hole. Yes, yes, I can. And here's the numbers. It's like 1731, or around there, you know. And over here, this is the just started things. Advanced clicker with the Eclipse Alloy Hole with Nature's Blessing on it. And yes, there is the Drops Teleporter. It is bound to this particular barrel, but it doesn't work that way. So yeah, so I have an item collector. It's not a big deal. I'd rather use the item collector because it's you know, I can define area and everything like that, and I can like fill around with ticks and everything. So cool. I'd rather have that. So cool. So anyway, this particular setup is Apricorn leaves all in a row right there. And I have all the Apricorns on the sides, all ready to go. I have a D-Mag, so I don't pick it up by accident. And I have the advanced clicker. Here's the area of effect right there. And what it does, it just like, you know, takes this Eclipse Alloy Hole, Nature's Blessing, and it just right-clicks everything. You don't need a whitelist or anything like that. It just does it. So cool. All right, and then I set it to 1 tick because why the heck not? You gotta go fast, right? So anyway, how many did I get? Oh, 233. And this router has what? 1731? And I started these contraptions pretty much at the same time, almost the same time. So give or take like about, you know, 5 to 10 balls. And that's about it, you know. That's about it. So anyway, this one is slower because obviously it has to click every single one, and it's only one machine. That's why. Because it's one machine clicking on every single one of these Apricorns. And obviously it can't click all of the Apricorns in one hit, you know? That would be bonkers. But, of course, there is maybe another way you can do that. And we do have the Mystical Agriculture, like right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this out. This is the Supremium Scythe. And this is an unbreakable one. And it's 15 by 15 area. All right, let's test this. I don't have the ability to make this, so I'm just going to test it right now. No? What the heck? If I shift right click, can I do that? No. Can I do that? No. It's saying no. I can't do that. It's usually just like right click it and it'll work, you know? But I think that only works on crops. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. All right, well, because this thing has an area effect of 15 by 15. You know, you put that into your regular farm plot with all your wheat and everything like that, and your mystical agriculture crops. That's how it's going to work. But I don't think that works. So yeah, we'll put it away. If it does, then this is the winner. If it does that, then you put that into this machine, and then you go to town. You can go to town. So yeah. But the thing is, if that works, you have to go through mystical agriculture in order to make that thing. So over here, we have the simple clickers over here. Simple ones. Unpowered, by the way. Doesn't require power. So each one has the aluminum hole right there with Nature's Blessing. None of that Eclipse Alloy crap that you have over there. You're going to get aluminum, right? Because, you know, it's aluminum. It's aluminum. So, yeah. Each of these simple clickers just clicks, like, right there, you know? And set to 1 tick. Doesn't require power, again. I set it to high redstone, so each one takes a lever. And each one has the same setup right there, facing each apricorn. And each of these apricorn has one clicker on it. So, how many did we get? Wow, 3472. That's quite a lot there. That is quite a lot there. So hold on, isn't this a similar setup to the routers? Well, why is that faster than this? Well, because this one's slower. It's 2 ticks. It can only go down to 2 ticks. The simple clicker can go down to 1. And that's the same thing for the advanced clicker over here. Now, you could set up an advanced clicker for each and every single one of these apricorns. Why would you want to do that? The advanced clicker is more expensive. So, what you can do is make these simple clickers, yeah? They're a little bit cheaper. A little bit cheaper. And plus, they don't require power. So why the heck not? So yeah, let's go ahead and give it a go. First of all, I'm going to turn on magnet, just to make sure, And then I'm going to give this a whirl. Yeah, just go ahead and turn it all on. See how fast it is. Look at this. Nice. Look at those numbers. So cool. Yeah, that's the way. How about this one? Okay. It has to, go to this one, and then go to the next one and click it, and then go to the next one and click it, and it has to go to the next one and then click it, and that's not necessarily to harvest it. That's just make it grow and harvest it. So, yeah, I will imagine it is going to be slower. So there's that. Now, how about the routers? It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. It's not that bad. What do I have to this one? Hold on. Oh, I've got the speed upgrades in this thing. Well. Alright, well. So yeah, that's the speed of the routers right there. It's 2 ticks per second. So, yeah, you have your options. You have your options. If you want to go to municipal agriculture, and if you want to make that work, be my guest. Be my guest. I already made my decision. So, let's go ahead and look at the setup in the basement. And yes, I do have a basement under the greenhouse. And you know what I'm going to pick, right? It's obvious. That's right, the simple clickers. Look at this. Simple clickers. With the integrated dynamics, redstone, and everything like that. I turn it on. There we go. Nice. Very nice. Look at the numbers. It's so fast, this router can't even keep up because it can only go down to 2 ticks. And not 1. And yes, it is a little loud. Turn it off. Turn it off. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're out of the red. So yeah, every once in a while, if I run out of apricorns, I just turn it on for a few minutes, and I get like a ton. But then again, why would I need that many balls? Why? Just why? So anyway, going back out here, if I didn't want to go hard on the apricorns or anything like that, what I would choose is probably this one. But one thing, it's only one machine, and you don't have several of these machines. Just bring down your FPS. Or any of the affecting your TPS performance or whatever, because it's obviously 10 machines here. So if I were to go slower, I would probably pick this setup over here. Sure, it is slower. But then again, how many balls do I need? But since I am going to be making balls in some kind of production line setup where the minimum amount that a drawer can hold is 2,000, I might as well just pick the other one. So, yeah. All right. So, there's that. There it is. There's the apricorn productions. So what's next? We got the apricorns. Well, we gotta start off slow. So, we're gonna start off with the OG Pokeball right here. This red, white, and black ball. So, it is 1x, obviously. So, I would imagine it's the cheapest. So, yeah, it only uses copper ball mechanisms and uses red ball lids and everything. It only has 2 deployers. So, yeah. Is this the only way to make it? No! You can do the assembler from Oritech. And it looks a heck of a lot easier and less, well, it takes up less space than the other stuff. But, of course, if you take a look at the recipe for the Master Ball, there is no Oritech recipe, so you can't avoid create right now. That may change in the future. Anything can change, It's a beta pack, and the quest for the Pika Star, which is right there, is not even finished. It's not even finished, so, yeah. Even the recipe for the star can change at any moment with an update. So, there's that. And just a little reminder, take a look at the star over here. It does require one of the balls here, and that's the Master Ball, which doesn't have an Oritech recipe. So that's not to say that I won't go down the Oritech route I'm gonna see if the crate stuff can work for me. If it doesn't, then I'll do it. And I'll do it. You know, it's my choice. And you want to go down the Ortec way, then go right ahead. You know, let's get rid of that, and then let's go ahead and start making this stuff. You know, and put these away. All right, cool. All right, first things first, we're going to need to up our rotational power, and that is to get the motor. Now, usually I would set up like a whole bunch of water wheels and stuff like that, but probably not going to do that route because we haven't made any precision mechanism contraption yet, and I have like 0 of that stuff. But of course, we're going to make the motor because it doesn't require precision mechanism, as far as I know anyway. So yeah, there's that. We need andesite alloys, brass plates, copper spools, iron rods, and a capacitor. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that stuff. Okay, andesite alloys, get a couple of that stuff like that. And if you're gonna start to create, you gotta be in the right frame, right mental state in order to do it. Because if you don't particularly enjoy a mod all that much, if you just tolerate and stuff like that, you just gotta be in your right mindset in order to do it, you know. Okay, let's see. Brass. Get some brass plates here. There we go. A stack there. Okay. And then the copper spools. Let's see. The wires. Yeah, we can make the snips for that. So let's go ahead and make one of those. Make a whole bunch of these snips. There we go. Okay. And make some copper plates as well. Okay, make a stack of that. Okay, copper wires. There we go. And then we're going to need the empty spool. Okay, 16 of that. Put that in there. Copper spools, we got 16, and then iron rods. Stack of that. Capacitors, we're going to need some zinc plates. Okay, put that in there. And more of the copper plates. Okay, there we go. What the heck are we going to do with the copper, right? Might as well make more ore hammers. Okay, redstone torches. Then capacitors. There we go. Alright, so cool. And I pre-made some of the crate components. Not all of it, and hopefully that's enough. You know, just spend your time just making all the components. Just getting it ready for use and everything. And let me get a button. Okay, button. There we go. Alright, so anyway, we're going to need like a few motors here. Put this on the list. Let's see how this one goes. Okay, let's see. That's 3 down there. It's like a 3x3 with bits on the sides and the top. Okay. Those are the brass plates right there. Okay. Alright, I think that's how it goes. Okay, iron rod goes in the middle. And let's see, copper spools. Goes right there. Okay. And the andesite alloy. And the capacitor goes on the bottom. Alright, put that on top. Capacitor goes on the bottom. Okay, alright. And where should I put the button? Should I put it over here or over here? No, I'll put it over here, maybe. Okay, there we go. And of course, since we are on this crappy water wheel in the back over here, it's gonna be this slow. And no, we do not have any rotational speed controllers or anything like that. Yes, I could do the trick for the chain drives, but you know, just didn't bother dealing with that. Once we make the motor, we'll plunk it down over here, and then we can, you know, make it go faster. So, I'm gonna get a flux point out. Okay. How much sugarcane do we have? Like 88k? I'll probably turn that off now. Here you go. We can make it all that noise. Almost there. There we go. Nice. Alright. Let's get that out of our bag. Oh, I remember this. Get it off. Alright, so the motor. Let's see. How the heck are we going to do this one? Okay, first, let me get my wrench. Alright, get rid of these. Won't be necessary anymore. And then, we can plug this thing on the back here. Then put the, little flux point like, right on top. That. Pass limit, because why the heck not? And then we can make it go a little bit faster. Maybe 128 or something? Yeah, there you go. Nice. Nice and fast. Alright, let's make some more motors. Ah, look how fast it goes. Nice. Alright, we got another motor. And then, we'll probably get, like, one more motor, just in case. You know what? I could put one at the top, where the elevator is, so yeah. Go ahead and make one. Alright, nice. Alright, let me get another flux point. I need another one for downstairs. Alright. Go down here. There we go. Nice. Alright. Flux point. Put that on the top there. Alright. Then I'll make it go a little bit speedier. 128. That's going to be a wild ride, right? Okay. Place the glass here. Okay. Give me this thing. See light. Alright, there we go. Nice. Alright, see how fast the elevator is now. Whoa, that's pretty speedy. Okay, is there anything else I need to do down there, or no? I don't think so. I already have, like, one motor. Alright, cool. Put this away. Let's go downstairs and try to build some stuff. Whee! Nice. Alright, here we are in the basement. We're gonna plunk it down over here somewhere. Alright, first things first, we need to, we already have an AE2 cable over here, so we can bring stuff out. So let's get an interface. Interface. I'll make the big beefy one. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, you're done with the quantum computer, aren't you? Here, let me get one of these. Okay, give me one of these. Just go ahead and put that upstairs. Alright, where the heck am I gonna put this thing? I'll plunk it down here. Alright, then I can get rid of these old crappy 486s. Okay, get rid of that. And that one. And cool. Alright, so that means I'm going here. And we got like a really good crafting CPU at the ready. Even though that's not a multi-block structure, it's still pretty good, you know. Alright, cool. Now, where the heck were we? Alright. Down there. Alright, interface. Let's get one of these guys out here. I'll plug it down here. Alright, great. Alright, so here's the diagram in order to make a Pokeball through Create. Now, this is for the regular OG 1X red Pokeball. And, well, hope you can understand this mess. But this is all with Create, such as the salt, the washing, the blasting, and the press and deploys at the end. So this thing is kind of divided into two major sections. So you have the left side, which is right there. Here's the line. You can see my cursor like moving around over here. That's the divider. And the left side over here is for dealing with the lids and Apricorns and stuff. So the right side over here is dealing with putting together the Pokeballs and the ball mechanism and everything like that. So yeah, let's start with the left side. First of all, you start with the Apricorns on the left side, at the top left. And then you put that through the saw because you need to cut it in half. And then you need to wash it because it's filled with organic crap. You know, you gotta wash all the dirt off when you pick it off the tree. So yeah, then you get red ball lid, and then you get a red dye as a byproduct. You need to keep some of it because, you know, you can use red ball lid somewhere else. You know, combine it with different colored bits in order to make different balls and stuff. So yeah, we split this like right here. So we split that in order to keep some. And then some of it goes into the saw, some of it goes into blasting, and some of it you need to deploy it in order to make the Pokeball. So yeah, the first split is keeping some. The second split is putting it through the saw in order to make red Apricorn bits. So you use these bits in order to make like other Pokeballs to require red bits on it or something like that. So yeah, It doesn't end there because it's like splits 1, 2, 3, 4 ways, but it can keep going, 5, 6, 7 splits, just keep it somewhere in your system, somewhere major, So yeah. So the third split is putting it through the blasting, and you get blank balled. So that's also something you need to keep, and then you need to split that a second path in order to deploy that into your Pokeballs. So anyway, once you get that done, we go on to the right side, and now we need to deal with the copper ball mechanism. So in order to make that, you start off with the copper nuggets, and then you need to deploy it with the rubber stamp to convert that into a stamped copper nugget. It's right there, and then you press it, stamp it, or is it press? It's already stamped with deployer. Confusing terminology there. But with the stamped copper nuggets, you put that through the press in order to make your copper ball base right there. So you take that copper ball base, and you need to split that. So that means you need to put that through 3 deployers over here. And the second split, I should have made like a line over here and just go like that. So yeah, so you need the copper ball base on one of the third deployers, and you also need the copper ball base in order to like go through this entire line over here. So yeah. So let's put the copper ball base through the first deployer. Now the first deployer deploys the copper nuggets onto it first, and then the second deployer deploys the shaft onto the copper ball base. But we're not done yet because we need to use yet another copper ball base onto the copper ball base, which is in progress, in order to convert that into a copper ball mechanism. And then we keep some, and then it's not over yet because we need to take this copper ball mechanism and put it through another line of deployers. The first deployer takes on the red balled. See, this is why we need to split that. Then after that, we need to deploy the blank ballets. It's blank. It's white, really, but it's blank. Okay, we just call it blank. Yeah, and then you have the red one. Red and blank. Red and why do you call it blank and not white? Okay, fine. We deploy the red ball lid first with the first deployer, and then we deploy the blank ball lid onto the copper ball mechanism, and then you get a Pokeball. That's it. Overly complicated with Create. So yeah, let's fumble through this and try to get it done with Create. Right, first things first, let's check out the recipes for the Pokeballs here. And again, we're going to do Create. That's your warning. I gave you several warnings already. So anyway, in order to make the final Pokeball over here, you're going to need 2 deployers. One deploying red ball lid, one deploying the blank ball lids over here, and then you need to have a copper ball mechanism go through deployment in order to make the final product. So how do you get the copper ball mechanism? Well, you need to do another deployment, which takes 3 of these guys. So this is copper nugget, shaft, and copper ball base for the ingredients. And you need to throw a copper ball base through this particular thing. So how do you get a copper ball base? Well, don't use this because it gives you a warning. It's an obsolete item. So it tells you to use the rubber stamp instead. So this is it. You need to use a rubber stamp or something like that. With this, the press. What you're supposed to do is get a stamped copper nugget and throw it through the press just in order to get the copper ball base. In order to get this one, you need to take a deployer, put like a rubber stamp in its hand or something, and throw a copper nugget on there. And you get that one. Get that one. So yeah, copper nuggets, get it from the mines or something. So going back here, how do you get the red ballets? Well, in order to get the red ballets, you could get the blank ballets, but that's kind of like a reversal or something like that. So ignore that. What you could do is take one of the half red Apricorns and then bulk wash it in order to get the red ball lids and the red dyes. Or you just throw in a fluid tank, use Ori Tech to do in order to do that. There's also pneumatic craft, by the way. You want to take that particular option, you can, but we do in the crate way. So how do you get a half red Apricorn? Well, you're supposed to cut it in half. So we have a saw for that. And there we go. Put it through the saw. If you want, you can put that in the fragment forge in order to get that if you want to. Or you put that in precision sawmill. You can do that too if you want to. So cool. And look at that. We have pneumatic craft for that. It only uses lasers or something. Alright, so anyway, let's start off slow. And it's not going to be one long contraption or anything like that. We're going to need to compartmentalize and accrue an amount of stuff. Because some of the components can be used in another assembly line. So we want to be able to keep like a supply of it. And some of it will be going into drawers and will be linked to the AE2 network. So it can be used on other lines. All right, so first things first, we need to get the red Apricorns and saw the damn thing in half. So yeah, we are going to go in here, there, There, put that on the list there. Okay, we're gonna bring the red apricorns out, like so. I set to 64. All right, cool. All right, so first things first, we're gonna get the saw. Okay, get the saw out here. And we're probably gonna need some belts. And some shafts. And maybe some gearboxes. Not the gear shift. Here's some gearboxes. How about some chain drives? There we go, chain drives. Okay, I can put these away now. In case chain drive, okay. Let's see, vertical, okay, we'll keep that on us. Windmill sail, we'll be needing that, or that one, or this one. Brass casing, we'll put these away. Iron rods, okay. Yeah, put these away. Put that one away, put that one away, put this one away. Alright, cool. And maybe the sword away. You use the extra space. Okay, cool. Alright, first things first, we're gonna plug down some power. Little flux point, I don't know, here, put it in the corner or something. Here you go. Okay, cable. Okay, and then we have an electric motor. We'll probably put it around here. I'm not quite sure. So maybe I should move this. Give me that. We'll put it over there. Alright, cool. And let me get the interface over here, and then maybe I'll put it over here or something. Actually, let me raise that up. Alright, great. Let's see, the electric motor will go... I have no idea how this will look like, so, let's see, should I, like, compartmentalize and just, like, go this way or something? Maybe I should. Yeah, I should, like, go the other way or something. So, yeah. Here. We do it like this. Alright, there we go. And I can probably still click this, right? Or maybe not. Okay, here, put the cable down there. Alright, great. Alright, there we go. And we can, like, speed this up just a little bit. Just a little bit. And what we want to do is probably put that on the other rotation. So it's rotating that way. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go back in here. And put the red apricorns right there. And what we can do is we'll get some blue cables, or maybe some other color cables. Okay, put these away now. Okay, let me get the pink ones. Okay, import. Okay, import bus goes right there. Then I'm going to need a storage bus. Okay, right there. And now next, we're going to need chutes. Just some simple chutes. Nothing special there. Okay, got some shafts. So I'm going to do this. Okay. Then we can put the shaft like right on top of the conveyor belts. So let's see. We need to saw this in half. So let's do this. Make it short as possible. You know, got a nice belt going. And then we can put the mechanical saw like right in the middle. And of course, it does require rotational power. So let's see. I'm thinking that it should go this way, rotating like that. I think that's how it's going to work, right? Because obviously if we go like this, it's probably not going to work, right? Yeah, okay. So that means we're going to need some gearboxes. And we are going to do this and then this. Yeah, it's rotating the other way. It is! Alright, cool. Alright, let's see. Let's have a test, shall we? Oh, it's working, it's working. Nice! Look at that, we got half red apricorns. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, so Plunk down chute, like right on top of the conveyor belts, like right there. And then if we drop it in, it's gonna do like this. So if I keep dropping it in, it'll just like hold up. Not take any more. So cool. That's what you like to see. Alright, so we're gonna take our little storage bus. And we're just going to plunk it down right there. I'm wondering if it works on the side. It probably won't work on the side, so we're gonna have to test that. Okay, do that. And let's see. Now, should I create my own AE2 power here? Because I don't want to, like, get rid of the sides on here. Because I would rather keep that particular side, if I can. Okay, alright. Let me see. Maybe an energy cell or something? Or maybe an energy acceptor would do. Here, let me get one of these. And then, I'll put one down over here. And then I'll run the energy cable right up there. How the chunk borders? Oh boy, the chunk borders are like right there. Okay, fine. Here, do this. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. It's online right now, so cool. And it's working. Look at this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Lucy, get me more belts. Here, give me the shaft. Do that, and then do that, and let me see. How the heck are we gonna do this one? I suppose I could put like another chute down or something. I don't know, but I want to put down a drawer. Yeah, I suppose so. I wonder if I put the drawer like right next to the saw, it'll work. Yeah, hang on. Drawer. Okay, let's see. Frame drawer. Okay, let me use this one. And I will put that like right there. And then let me get a funnel. Is it called? Did I not make the other funnels? I did not make the other funnels. Okay, fine. Here, let me get one of these. And does this work? Oh. Oh, it works! Okay, cool. Here, do this. Get rid of those things. And we can put the rest of these in here. No, don't. Put these in here. Okay, great. Alright, so this can hold 2,000. So we'll start off with that. And if we need more, then we'll put some upgrades in it. So I'm gonna take this, and then I'm gonna lock it. Right there. And since we have our controller upstairs, we'll go ahead and link the drawer. Okay, and multiple. Okay, cool. And then we can link this to the network. There we go. Nice. You can't even see the bounding box. It's so big. It goes up to there. Okay, cool. So that's the way. You can search up red. And there's our half red Apricorns. So yeah, we can totally pull that out of the network if we really want to. Alright, so yeah, there's our red half Apricorn. So if you take a look at the recipes for this, and you press U on this, and you go to like bulk washing, you can do this if you want to. And then you can do this if you want to. And we kind of need this now, so cool. This is the red Apricorn bits that you can do. So let's see, how the heck do you do this one? Okay, you wash that thing. And then we got the sawmill over here. Okay, cool. That's the engraving thingamajiggy. Okay, how do you make that one? The bits. Oh yeah. The red ball lid. You saw it again. And then you get that one. Okay, but first we need to get this one in the first place. So yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. We need to take the half red Apricorns and wash it in order to get that. So let's get a fan. Okay, fans. And then we'll put it on the next leg. So let's see, how the heck are we going to do this one? We'll have to put that on a depot of some kind. So, now should I do that, or should I do it the other way? Because we can use the half Apricorns to make the bits eventually, I think, like so. But how do you make these in the first place? Let me see. Red ball lid. So this is the crate way in order to do that. But if you want to skip a step, then you can use the half red Apricorns in order to do that with the machines. Either way, other than that, you can use the red ball lid. We have to get that in order to put that for the saw. In order to get the red Apricorn bits, we'll create. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, let's go over here. Put that over here. And let's see the fan. Let's see, that one goes... I need to power the fan, so that means... I need to bring the shaft out to here. And, put it over here, maybe? And then I put, like, the gearbox here. Alright, cool. Alright. Now, you are sucking in, okay? We need this to blow outwards. See, that one goes like that. I can, like, work off of this one, maybe. Here, let me put this over here. Put the fan over here. Yeah, I gotta stop holding shift every single time. And there we go. Okay, cool. Alright, so that means I can bring the half-red Apricorns. And no, I'm not gonna bring it out to here, you know. I linked it to the A2 network for a reason, you know. So that means I need to bring it out of the interface. Alright, we're going to get a depot. Like so. I'm gonna put that like right here. And let's see, that one, I suppose I can bring it out to here. Alright, cool. Okay, let me get a leaf. Right there. And of course the Apricorn leaves. And then we get a bucket. There we go. Holding it pretty nicely. I'll get another chute. Right above the depot there. And then I am going to run the cable out to there. Get another storage bus. And then I'm going to put that right there. And no, don't bring the balls out, please. There we go. Red half red Apricorns. Don't wash that, please. Don't wash the Apricorns, please. Alright, cool. I'm gonna bring the red half Apricorns out. Set it to that. And then it should be all good. And I don't think it can continue putting stuff down until I do that. Or, what the heck did I just get from that? Is it washing right now? It's washing right now. I don't know what the heck is washing. What are you washing? Okay, it has a red ball in it. Okay. That's probably why I put back. Okay, cool. Alright, so I need to bring those out. So, we're probably going to need another drawer there. And, you know what I could do is I can probably put some kind of logistical pipe over here and whatnot. And then just, like, put it back into the interface or something like that. Okay, drawer. Of course, that requires another side, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put down another drawer. Okay, let's see. 2x2. That is frame drawer. And what is this one? Okay, here. Let me get these. And, let's see. I could use logistics for this. Maybe put it over here or something. You know what? Let me try. Okay, logistical pipes. Just need some simple pipes here. Alright, there we go. I'm just gonna plug this and then bring it around here, yeah? Alright, there we go. Let's see if that works. Oh, it works. Nice. Okay. That's not supposed to happen. No, no, no. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, give me this. Give me that. And then give me the red dye. Alright, cool. Alright, let me lock this thing. So it has nowhere to go. Alright, cool. Alright, now put it on there. Yeah? That should work. Still some things just like going around. Okay, hold on. Let me just get rid of that thing. And then I'll put something in there. Alright, give me this back. Alright, this back in there. Alright, cool. Alright, it's getting washed. And being piped into here. No belts required. Now we got, like, red lids. Alright, that's already locked, so let me link this. There we go. Alright, cool. And it's only 512, so I'm gonna put some upgrades in it. Oh, ho, ho, 12k. Okay, sure. But then I need to up this one too, right? Right? Should I even up this thing? It's like, how many Apricorns do I have anyway? 25, 35, so that's like, if I have that, that's like 4k or something like that? Okay, you know what? Here, let me use a different upgrade. Use the copper ones. There we go. And give me this back. How many is that? 4k? Okay, that's a little bit more down to earth. Alright, cool. Alright, so we got the red lids at the ready there. And we have the Apricorns going in here. Getting our what do you call this again? Half red Apricorns. And then we wash them. And we'll get some red dyes and some red ball lids. Alright, cool. Very nice. Now it's not over yet. We kind of need some blank ball lids. And that kind of requires us to get even more red Apricorns because it's probably going to strain the supply there. So if we just use the red lids in order to do that, we need to up the production of this, don't we? We could split this. Split this from here, and then that's the red ball lids going into there. But if the blank lids, yeah, we're going to need to up production for this. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. Because obviously, this thing doesn't go any faster with washing. So we're probably going to have to up the production of Apricorns. Alright. If you look up the blank ball lids. So here are the blank ball lids over here. You can just pick like any color you want, and then you just like go down on it. But if we can just like pick a color that we are surely not using, then we're good, right? Let's see. The great ball uses red bits on it. This is a fast ball. I just picked like the balls that I want and just put on the list there. How about this one? Unobtainium balls. You know, eventually we're gonna have to go that route anyway. So what about this? Master ball lid. We need the white Apricorn bits. Okay, so the white Apricorn bits is like hands off right there. So I'm not quite sure which color to like sacrifice for this. I mean, we're already doing the red one, right? So you might as well just like use that one. You know what? The fastball and the great balls, I can take it or leave it, you know? I just take it or leave it. It is only like 1.5. Fastball is like 4x. What is this one use? Let's see, yellow. Oh, it's just red dyes. Okay. All right. Yellows? And the yellow bits? Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see. We'll just set it up and we'll tweak it later. We need it. Okay, that should work. That should work. Okay, give me this. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's see the chute. That over here. And this one goes into here. And goes into the saw. And I'm gonna put a funnel right there. Okay, give me this. That right there. Okay, great. And then this one, I can probably move on out here. Oh, that works. Okay, alright. Alright, we're getting Apricorn bits. Nice. Well, of course, the red half lid's gonna run out real quick. Gonna run out real quick. And let's see, this is the half red Apricorns. Okay. And that's getting washed right now. Red half Apricorns. Okay, now can I speed this up a little bit? In 28, yeah. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I mean, at least the saw's going fast. But the red lids is kind of running out at a quicker pace than I can create. Okay, so red ball lid. Any other way of making this stuff? Okay, the blank ball lid. So I had to wash these anyway, right? If I make this right now, it's not going to have any of the relevant upgrades, so it's just going to be slow anyway. Oh, the fluid tank. Wonder how fast this one takes. Maybe we should create, like, several more of these things. Okay, let me see. Red ball lid. Well, this one, you need blank ball lids in the first place. But then again, I can blast these things to make blank ball lids. Or you can just do this. I mean, this plunks down, like, how many? This one, right? It just does one? What the heck? Oh, it's the chute that takes on 16, doesn't it? I think that's the case. Interesting. Hold on. I mean, it's a stack over here. Alright, hold on. Let's see how I can speed this up. Ah, 64. How about this one? Oh, there we go, 64. Now, can it accommodate more than one? Oh, what the heck? Okay, maybe that's the way. Maybe that's the way. Now, I'm wondering, if I put, like, more fans on it, would that help? I wonder if that would help. And it's just gonna take, like, just as long in order to do it. Oh, okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Didn't take that long. 236. Okay. All right. I mean, it's not that bad. You can do like a full stack now, so that's good. All right, let's continue. We can always tweak it later. Okay, so this is... What is this now? That's the red ball lid right there. Okay. And let's see. What the heck do we need to do? Okay, we got that one. I was trying to get the red Apricorn bits, wasn't I? Okay, alright, let's set that back up again, I guess. Alright, so we got the red ball lids over here. We need to bring the red ball lids into the saw over here, and then we can get red Apricorn bits like that. Okay, we're gonna plug down the red logistical sorter again, so let me do this. Okay, it has the same settings there. So before I connect that thing, let's go ahead and make another washing setup. So let's see. Okay, I can probably reuse this one. Okay, we'll need to put a fan there. Hold on, am I doing this right way? Oh, right, it's lava. No wonder... I keep forgetting that. Hold on. Here, get rid of this. Yeah, put that over here. Not quite sure what is next after this one. Okay, let me see. That's a stamper, right? Here. Put this here temporarily. Give me the lava. Okay, put that over here. And that should work out. Should. There we go. Blank ball lids. Okay, great. Let me get this. Now put that over here. Alright, great. What I should do is maybe put that into a drawer above the chute, maybe. Maybe that's for the best. Okay, no idea then. Because it is a little slower. The saw goes a little bit faster. One makes blank lids, so that means this one's getting everything here. That one's going to get everything, so... you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and put that into drawer as well. I think the saw is just fine. Maybe? Hold on. That's for the Apricorn bits. So let me put this one over here, and then put that one over here. And that one can go, like, around there. Okay, first of all, let me put this stuff back in there. Okay. Uh-oh. No, don't do that. Don't do that. What the heck you just put in here? Red half Apricorns. Is that correct? I think so. What'd you put in here? Yeah, I think it's filled anyway. Red ball lids, okay. Okay, you can put that into here, and then I gotta go maybe around there, and into there, and then out back to here. Dang it. What the heck was that? Okay, this one goes into there, that one goes into there. Which isn't necessary. Here, get rid of this one. And then get rid of this one. Where the heck did you go? Well, hold on. What was that? Here, give me this. Okay, that one goes into here. Alright, good, go on. Alright, cool. So it's a more even split there. And let's see if the shoe can handle this. I think it can handle it. Is this fan even on? It's not being taken out, hold on. Okay, yeah. Alright, that's it. Alright, so we got the blank ball lids over here. We got the red ball lids over here at the ready to be used. We got some red Apricorn bits over here. Alright, cool. And now, what the heck is next now? Okay, we need to convert the copper nugget with a rubber stamp into a stamped copper nugget, and then we need to press that into a copper ball base. Joy. Alright, so, let me see. How the heck are we going to do this? Okay, copper. We have copper nuggets from the mine, so we can just bring that out like this. There you go. And we're going to need to make a rubber stamp. Okay. There we go. Nice. Got kelp, some dye, apricorn, and a stick. Alright, cool. So that is the copper over there. Okay, cool. Alright, we'll have to continue the rotational force over here. Let's see, how the heck am I going to do that one? Let me try to work off of the chain drive. Okay. That's not going to work. Okay, alright, that works. Alright, now that we got that, we continue the conveyor along. And we are going to first rubber stamp it, you know, deploy and everything. And then next, we are going to press it. So let me get a press. Okay. Okay, give me the shaft here. Now let's see. I'm gonna put that like over here or something. Here. Let me put that like that. Give me another one of these. Oh. Then, should I extend that all the way out to here? Maybe I should. Hold on. There we go. Okay, give it a shoot. I'll put that over here. Okay. Storage bus. That over here. And this one will take on the copper nugget. There we go. Alright, now before we connect that particular cable, I'm going to need a deployer. Okay, we'll put that right there. And of course, we're going to have to provide rotational power to the damn thing. And after the deployer, we're going to need a press. Okay, there's the press. There we go, that's the press right there. And that should be it, right? That should be it. Okay, let's see if I can extend this out to here. Okay, frame door. Now put this baby over here. Need another funnel. Okay, put that right there. Alright, that should be it. That should be it. Now we just need to provide rotational power to the top over there. Give me the shaft. There, and then put that over there. Let's go and use some chain drives. Yeah, does that work? Ah, that works. Except this one. Of course you're not gonna work. Sheesh. I could use more chain drives up there. Let me see. I do this. No, okay. Fine, fine. Here, do this. Jeez. Alright, let me see. This one is that one. Click an item to set. So that means I need the rubber stamping thingamajiggy. Here we go. There you go. Can I right-click you the rubber stamp thingamajiggy? There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. And hopefully that doesn't go anywhere. Alright, great. Now let's connect the cable over here. Great. Ooh. I think it's working. I think it's working. Hold on, let me get in there. Oh, okay. Alright, it's working. Look at this. We're making a copper ball base. And now we need to split this. So that means we're going to need yet another logistical sorter. There you go, give me that. Let's see, how the heck are we going to do this one? Since this is in the way, I can just do like this. Okay, new filter, item stack. Okay, copper ball base. There we go, drag that right there, save it. Round robin on. Alright, cool. Alright, so we need to split this one here, and then we lock this one. And is this one locked? Okay, here, lock this one too. So lock this, lock that. Great, here, lock that, lock that. Alright, cool. Alright, so next, now we have the copper ball base. We need to split that. Because you need to deploy it 3 more times on the copper ball base. We need to put on a copper nugget, a shaft, and another copper ball base in order to turn that into a copper ball mechanism. So, alright. So let's create another line over here. So you give me a shaft. And that thing is spinning like that. Okay. Great. And now we need to put on copper nuggets, some shafts, and a copper ball base. Okay, let's see. Here, get me one of these. Here, put that over here. It's the filter. Put that in there. Go into the interface and pull some stuff out. Okay, so we need a shaft. Oh, I have shafts over here. Okay, here. Do that. And I'm going to... We have copper nuggets, so that's not a problem. Okay, so it's copper nuggets first, the shaft second, and a copper ball base. Okay, cool. Okay, then we get more storage buses. How many channels do we have left? 4. Okay. Here and here. And this one is the copper nugget. The second one is the shaft. Alright, cool. They should have shafts and copper nuggets. Okay, great. Now let's see. Can I... Hold on, let me temporarily get rid of these. Okay, copper nuggets. Copper nugget. 2.7 million. There you go. Set the filter on there. Okay. Let's see. Warriors. Over there. And this one gets the shaft. Here you go. Okay, and the next one. Okay, and that gets the copper ball base. There you go. Alright, cool. Give me that. And then this one, we need to be split up. So let's see, how the heck am I going to do this? Okay, I can go around like that. Let me just not do it like this. Okay, cool. Then can I put it over there? Okay, I can. Alright, cool. Alright. Now that we can do it like that, let me get this. And I'll put that over here. Let me lock it first. Alright, cool. Done that. And I suppose I need like a pusher upgrade. I could use a hopper for that, but I want it to be a little bit more equalized. There you go. That'll work. Okay, great. Alright, let's see. What's next? This will be in the way, I think. So maybe I should put that over here. Yeah, I think I should put this over here. Okay, same settings. Copper ball base, round robin. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to put that over there. Alright, cool. Oh boy. Oh yeah, okay. Alright, hold on, guys, hold on. Okay, there's the ball mechanism. Here, not that one. This one. Okay, do that. Hey, did you just go in there? Oh, no, you don't. This is the, hold on. Copper nugget shaft, and it's out ball bases. Because why? Why'd you take like all 400 of it? Sheesh. It took like all 400 of it. Okay, fine. Here. First of all, let me get a funnel. Okay, this is the ball mechanism, right? Or no? That's like... Oh no, I put it in here. What the heck? This is like... Oh, no. Hold on. I need this. That in there. Lock this. And I need another funnel. Okay, that right there. Okay, great. Alright, hold on. Alright, this is round robin, right? That is... Okay, that's round robin. I need to go back over here. And, shoot. Like that. That in there. Alright, cool. It's not getting enough of this stuff. Is this line broken or what? Hold on. Goes in there. Okay, and then it goes in there. Yeah. Wait, round robin, what the heck's going on? It's running out. Yeah, it's running out. What the heck? Are you round robining or not? Okay, here, get rid of that first. What the heck, man? Okay, here, maybe do it like this. Okay, that's kind of working now. Alright, that's working. Alright, cool. That's working. Alright, nice. Split between... okay, we got the ball mechanisms here. Alright, great. We got the copper ball mechanism. Now, what the heck is next? Right, we're almost there. Yeah, one more line. One more line. And then we can have our regular Pokeballs. Holy crap, all this just to make a Pokeball. Alright, so let's see. We have 2 channels left, so that means this one goes in there. That is for the copper ball mechanism. Okay, go in there. Drag that into here. Okay, great. And then we're just gonna have to just kind of jank it up a little bit. So let me just get a chest. And let's see. Which chest? Diamond chest? I don't know. Here, did you just use a diamond chest or something? Or maybe not. I don't want to go like crazy or anything. Okay, here. Use one of these. Then I will do this. And since it's filtered, then it's okay. I do that. Okay, storage bus. Hold on a second. Okay, do that. And then storage bus, we get the red ball in and the blank ball in. There we go. Okay, get rid of that. Then do this. Okay, there we go. Get some red ball lids and some blank ball lids and everything. And then let's memorize that. There we go. And, you know what? Here, give me these. I'll drag these into here. Yeah. And for the blank lids, I'll drag it like this. Right, great. Memorized. Okay, cool. Then I'll shove it into the deployers. There we go. Nice. Alright, this one is the copper ball mechanism. Alright, we'll get another drawer. There we go. I'll lock this one. And put the funnel over here. Okay, you know what? Let me just unlock it here. I'll lock it afterwards. Alright, I think we're ready to go. There you go, do it. Oh yeah. Look at that. We're getting the red Pokeballs. Nice. Getting all the red Pokeballs. Okay, let me take a screenshot of this half jank setup that we have going on here. There we go, nice. Alright, cool. Alright, now we can lock it. There we go, lock that. And then we can link it. And we'll have access to red Pokeballs. Right there, the OG Pokeballs at the ready. Nice. And the FPS is down to 89 now. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Nice. Oh, this contraption. Now, let's kind of look at how you make the red Pokeballs with Ori Tech. So we have one assembler doing this. right? And let's see, that's a regular old crafting thing, a bit tricky. Now, the red ball lid, we can use the engraver to do that if we want to. That's the blank ball lid and the red ball lids and everything like that. But how do you get the red ball lid in the first place with engraving? Feel like that. Okay, how do you get the blank ball lids then? You blast it with what? Okay, how do you get the red ball lids then? Here's a fluid tank, here's the deployer. Bulk washing, okay. You can try the fluid tank. The pressure chamber, I guess. Okay. So this only works if you have the blank ball lids. But how do you get the blank ball lids in the first place? You need to blast it, and there's no roller tech recipe for it. So we need to put that for the blaster, but then again, how do you get the red ball lid? With Oritech. You can only do this. So that means you have to do this. Half red Apricorn in the fluid tank. I wonder if this is fast. I bet you this is fast, right? Pressurized fluid tank and everything? Or, you know, you can just set up bulk wash. It's not that big of a deal, right? Here's the pressure chamber. I bet you just increase the pressure. It'll be, like, really fast. Or you can deploy it, but then again, you need the blank ball lid in the first place, so cool! There'll be a lot of washing in your future. Alright, let's go back to here. Alright, so let's go to the copper ball mechanism. And how do you get the copper ball base with the engraving? Okay, you just need a nugget right there. Alright, how do you do that with crate again? Yeah, you need to do all this in order to do that, don't you? Okay, so this looks like it skips a step. So you don't have to do like the whole rubber stamp thing. Alright, cool. Okay, that's one step skipped right there. So that's the copper ball mechanism. Alright. Copper ball mechanism. That is with the assembler too. Yeah, but the copper ball base, you can do it like this. Okay, alright. Yeah. If you want to like do it through Oritech or whatever, it's less contraptions like this. And then, of course, we'll turn this setup back on. And you may notice I have an extra red Apricorn, like right at the end over there. It's just for that very purpose, so yeah. Turn that back on. I get, like, tons of it. Tons of it. But you gotta be careful, because it's gonna overfill. It's gonna overfill the barrel there. Alright, there we go. Fantastic. Got a whole bunch of balls to play with. I should move the mechanical crafters down the basement, too. Alright, so there we go. Maze setup, just make Pokeballs. Okay, get rid of this, and that, and that. And it's not over yet. It is not over yet. We need to deal with the other balls, too. So let me see. Aluminium ball, how do you make this? The aluminium ball lid. So yeah, there's the yellow Apricorn bits. So if I need to devote, like, more space to making that sort of thing, this is probably not going to work out, because it's going to be a lot of space. There's going to be a lot of space here. It's just going to go out to there, doesn't it? I mean, I could dig more basements. That could be a very, could be a thing that I could do. But I'm also worried about the performance, because this is a lot of stuff here that I have to set up. There's a lot of stuff I have to set up, so maybe I should just, like, minimize the crate stuff. So, yeah. I have seen what crate can do to your performance, so that's not a good thing. Not a good thing. So maybe I should do the Oritech stuff. So, yeah. Alright, so now, I mean, I explored the option in making Pokeballs through Create, and that's what I came up with. So what I'm going to do, explore the Oritech way, and see what I can do with that. It's probably going to be like a lower footprint with the crate stuff. If anything, I'll probably have to wash like a few things and that's it. Or maybe blast a few things and that's it. And then the rest of it would be Oritech stuff. So let me see. Aluminium stuff. Aluminium ball lids over here. So that is molten aluminium. So yeah, we gotta do that one now. So do we have the slow melter in here? Or it's just like the foundry stuff? Yeah, that's soul lava. And that stuff. Okay, we need to set up the miner for this because we need to get all... we need a renewable resource for aluminium. Okay, item draining. Molten aluminium, okay. Okay, that's the ball lid right there. We need the yellow Apricorn bits, which you can use this in order to make if you want to. Or you can just use precision... Oh, you know what? This is better. Yeah. If you make the ultimate one, it go a heck of a lot faster. That's not to say this one can't go fast, but it's just going to be a lot of lasers. Alright, let's see. Saws, have saws there. Instead of the crate stuff, we can use precision sawmill over here. Or the fragmenting Oritech stuff. So yeah, if I have the option to use the mechanism machines, I will. The blank ball lids, okay. Okay, besides the bulk washing, I just blast it, right? But then I need this in the first place, so that kind of sucks right there. So that means you have to do the bulk washing here. Alright, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Maybe I can use the fluid tank or something. Alright, let's see. Aluminium. The ball base. Okay, how do you make the ball base? Okay, engraving the plate. Okay, it's not bad. That's not bad at all. Alright, so there we go. There we go. How's the supply right now? Yeah, it's still going up. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, let me see. Apricorn. Yeah. All the Apricorns are going out. Where's the red one? Did I just end up, like, outputting all the red ones? Is that, like, completely gone now? Okay, where are the red ones? It's, like, blanked out. What the heck happened down here? Hello? What? Oh, it's just not keeping up. Of course. Of course. The clicker is just way too fast. Okay, what can I do about this? Suppose I can put down another router. Okay, router time. Put that right down there. It's like, no, don't do those. Give me these. All right, going to need a polar. Okay, that is pulling from the left side. Okay, going to need a sender. Dang it. Okay, nope, put that over here, and put that over here. Okay, cool. Alright, stack. Get that. Put that over here. That should be a little bit better. Okay, yeah, it's, alright, cool, it's keeping up, it's keeping up. Alright, cool, it's keeping up, nice. Sheesh. That's that 1 tick per second there. Alright, so it has been a little bit. I took the entire setup and downsized it just a little bit and made it just a little bit cleaner and a little bit more compact. I did away with the logistical sorters because the pipes are running into each other and just replaced it with routers. So it's a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, and yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So the thing is, if I am going to go for like the other colors or making the Pokeballs and everything like that, yeah, I'm just gonna have to duplicate the setup, or some of it anyway, and just like plunk one down over here, and then plunk one down over here, and over here, and over here. Since there are like several colors, then, you know, it may not be the best idea, because then I'll be plunking down some more setups, just like this one. And that's probably not something I would want to do, but if it's only for, let's say, the OG Pokeballs, you know, just a couple of these, just maybe 1 or 2 colors, then it'll be, that I would prefer it that way, so, yeah. But, you know, yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I'm not gonna break it down or anything. So, anyway, I'm gonna explain this thing the best way I know how. First of all, we are grabbing the red Apricorns from our farm out through the interface here. We are going to put that into a chute right there, and we're going to plunk it into the saw you have going into here. And with the rotational power, just like figure it out, you know, just like, you know, just remember that the chain drives rotate in the same direction, and the gearbox kind of rotate in like opposite directions. So if you ponder the gearbox, just think of it like this, because this cog over here spins this way, and of course the opposite side spins the other way. You know, so think of it that way. All right. So anyway, we're putting the red Apricorns through the saw, and we're getting the red half Apricorns right there, and then I'm taking the router and transfer it over to here, which is the next line, and we're gonna wash it, and we are washing that so we can get the red half Apricorns, which is the cleaner versions and everything. And we get red dye as byproduct. And we're going to put that into a drawer over here. And we're going to take the router and split it a couple of ways. We're going to split that between this drawer because we want to keep some of it. We want to keep some of it for other things. And we're going to split that into here, which is the next line here, which will take the red half Apricorns, put that through the saw, and get red bits here. So that will go into the 82 network to be used somewhere else. And then we are also splitting the red half Apricorns to the blasting thing with the fan, which blasts it, and it makes these blank lids. Then we're taking another router, we'll split that into another drawer, which we will keep for other things. Then we'll split that to over here, which we are also splitting the red half Apricorns for lids. But what the heck do you call these things? Red ball lids to this particular drawer. Okay? That's the last line right there. But of course, we are missing a couple of lines here because we need to go over this one here. And we need to make the copper ball-based mechanisms and everything like that. So this line over here takes the copper nuggets. It stamps it. Let's see if I can get in there. Right there. See all those copper nuggets like all the way in the back over there? You have like a rubber stamp right there, just stamping it down into some kind of like rubber stamped copper nugget or whatever. And the press presses it into a copper ball base that's going into the drawer right here. And this router is splitting that between this drawer on the top, because we need one for one that deploys up here, and the drawer down here, because we need that as an ingredient to be deployed on. So once the copper ball base goes through the middle conveyor belt, like right there, it gets stamped with a copper nugget, a shaft, and another copper ball base. And that turns into this thing, the copper ball mechanism, which of course it splits between this drawer over here and this drawer over here for the last leg of the assembly line here. So the copper ball mechanism goes through the last conveyor belt here, and it gets stamped with, what the heck is this thing again? Right, the red ball lid and a blank lid, a blank ball lid. Just kind of like puts together, and then puts it into this particular drawer over here to be used. Look at that. Some nice Pokeballs. Nice. The OG Pokeballs. Put it right back in there. Alright, so there we have it. There we have it. Nice and clean. Compact. Well, more clean and compact. So it took a little while. So let's check the numbers for the Apricorns, because I did turn the farm back on. And how many did we get? Oh, look at that. 46 night. Oh, those are the sprouts. We're talking about the Apricorns here. Look at this. We're at like 47,000 of this. Well, 45,000 Apricorns. Imagine like trying to use Create to go through all this. That'll take a while. That will take a while. So yeah. Alright. So might do another episode on how to do this stuff through Oritech. So yeah, stay tuned. So anyway, it's been another episode of All the Mons. I've been Fumbling, and I'll see you next time.